What's going on? It's your guy Adam. So I'm talking about what I've learned in my first year of amateurish sports card collecting. So I'm just gonna go through six of the kind of more interesting deals I had. I'm not gonna call them mistakes. I'm gonna call them learning experiences because I think these are the sorts of things that we do when we don't think through our moves. And, be it in chess or poker or go fish, if you're not thinking about the moves you're making, you make stupid mistakes. I don't know that all of these are going to turn out to be mistakes. I think I'll let you guys be the judge of that. But I'm going to walk you through six purchases that left question marks in my head. So coming up first is a 2011 Bowman Chrome Bryce Harper Gem Mint. Now, on paper, this seems like it should. There's not too much controversial going on, until I realized that the grading company was GMA. So I have a GMA Gem Mint 10. Now, I will say, look, you can look at the card. I don't know how closely you're going to be able to examine it, but I will say that in looking at the card, it's nice. It's got good centering. The corners look sharp. No obvious problems with the edges. If there's any sort of a surface thing, you think they'd catch it because it's a new card. It looks pretty clean. Now, if I sent this to PSA, it might gem out. But if I was looking for resale, that GMA is going to hurt me. And I paid PSA levels. Now, I did this at the beginning of last year. So I might have appreciated on this, but that GMA 10 might be a problem. Coming in number two in the same vein is a 2014 Bowman Chrome Mookie Betts rookie card. Also Gem Mint. And you're saying to yourself, well, Adam, how could this be a mistake? GMA Grading Company. Now, again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with GMA. I'm just saying that the resale value on a GMA card is lower than on a PSA card, and most likely going to be lower with a equivalent grade. I mean, look, like if you get a 10 from Beckett, that is a 10 from BGS. That is lock, stock, and two smoking barrels. They call that pristine mint. They really don't give those away a lot, and if you have a pristine card, you're in good shape. It's a pristine BGS is worth more than a Gem Mint PSA, by and large. And if you get a black label, that's when it's tens all around. They don't see those very often, but those could make a card that would usually go for $300 or $400 go for 10,000. So if you ever see yourself with a black label BGS, don't get rid of it on the cheap. So the first two mistakes are really the same mistake. That's GMA. Time will tell on these. I don't know that I'm going to lose. These were both long-term holds. I think Betts and Harper are both on track to have good careers. Hopefully they stay healthy. We'll see what the future holds. Mistake number, I guess we'll call it mistake number two, because mistake number one was those GMAs that I paid PSA Gem Mint prices for GMAs. So that's something to watch out. Next is 2013 PSA Gem Mint Aaron Judge rookie card, Bowman Chrome. And you're saying, Adam, how could that be a mistake? Well, I'll tell you, they were going for 180 to 190 when I picked them off, and I picked this one off for 140. And I was like, how on earth am I getting this for 140 when there's 9 listings at 180? Well, the moral of the story is look very closely at what you're getting. Look, I am a big fan of tobacco cards. I love them, but when you think you're getting the full size, you end up with the mini. I mean, look, I hope this thing sells. Obviously, it's a gem. This card is beautiful in every respect. And if Judge goes big, this is going to turn out to be a win. But I will tell you, the minis are going for way less than the full-size ones, and I overpaid by this about 40-50%. So I'm going to call that a mistake. The lesson is make sure you know if it's a mini or a full-size, because you end up overpaying if they have both, and you pay less for what you think is a full-size, you end up getting the mini. That was a mistake. Overpaid. Next, and this is, I think, a mistake a lot of rookies make. If it's not, I certainly made it a couple times. I'm going to show you the biggest one because, well, it's fun to show off cool cards. So I got a little Ozzie Smith. Okay, now this card is a compounded mistake. It's not huge because it was not that expensive. What I thought I was getting was a near mint Topps Ozzie Smith PSA 8. What I actually got was a 1979 O-Pee-Chee PSA 8MC, which means miscut, right? So what does that mean? Well, look in the middle of the card here. You see how on this side there's all that white, and on this side it looks like the card got cut early and there's nothing on the side? That's a miscut. This strips a card of its value. Now, BGS, they actually have subgrades, so they could give you 10 on surface, 10 on edges, 10 on corners, and then give you a 3 on centering, and it evens out, and, it'd be like an 8. This PSA kind of punts a little bit, so they say, okay, it's an 8, except for the fact that it's miscut, which means it lacks eye appeal. So I overpaid on this one by a factor. The other thing is, look, O-Pee-Chee versus Topps. In hockey, you want O-Pee-Chee by and large. There's an exception, for Mike Schmidt, you want the O-Pee-Chee, but by and large, the O-Pee-Chees are not as valuable as the Topps. So that was a double down mistake. It was an 8, so I'm not into this for too much, and it is a really cool card. I always liked Ozzie Smith, so this is a hold now. At the time that I made it, I thought it was going to be a flip, and as you can see, for a miscut 8, I overpaid. A miscut 8 O-Pee-Chee, I overpaid by a factor, but now this is one I can give to someone who likes Ozzie Smith. All right, number 2, or I guess it's number 4, but we're going in the order of not that bad to worst. The lesson here is never get too excited. So I'm going to do it like this. You're going to see it's an SGC. Hold on. It's an SGC 8.5. So that's a very good sport. That's a sports card guarantee, 8.5. That means it's near mint. It's a nice card, not quite mint, but near mint. I'm going to take it down from. I'm going to take it from the top of the card to the bottom. So some of you might recognize this. Yeah, that's a Magic Johnson. I think you know what's coming. It's his rookie card too. And then you got Julius Erving. Now, when I show you Larry Bird on the bottom, you're going to say, Adam, how did you end up with this card? Because it is not Larry Bird on the bottom. And you can see it right there. And I have no offense to Jan van Breda Kolff, but he is no Larry Bird. This card is a variation of a very iconic 3-card rookie of Erving, Bird, and Johnson. I was bidding on this. I just missed out on one a couple weeks earlier, and the prices started spiking. So I really got a hankering for this card, except not this card, just these 2 with Bird on the bottom. I got real aggressive in a couple auctions, and I missed out. I kept missing. I was like, it's getting ridiculous. And then I saw one that was about to expire that said Magic Johnson Erving, bid now. And then when you click on the link, it was $800, and I said, all right, well, this card, an 8.5 SGC, the PSA with the Bird on the bottom, PSA 8, sold for, I guess they're selling now for $5,000 to $7,000. It was selling for I think it was like 800 auction, and there were about 6 hours left, so I clicked on it thinking there's no way anyone in a million years is going to let this go for 800. Then, I forgot about it. And then at the end of the, I look in the morning, it says you won. I was like, how did I win this for $800? And I took a close look. So, yeah, let that be a lesson to you. Always make sure you know what you're bidding on. A PSA 8 sold last week of this card for $500. So I think this was going to be one of the nicer cards in my collection. I think I'm stuck with it now. If one of you guys wants it, shoot me a message. I'll sell it to you at cost. Finally, last but not least, and again, I don't know if this is a mistake or not. I'm just not sure. So I got this on eBay. It was in an auction. There were, I think, 14 bids on this thing, and I ended up bidding out at $152 for this Babe Ruth. Looks like a Goudey. It's got, and I don't know how much you can see, but if you can see it, it's got creases, it's worn out. And I said, you know what? It's probably worth it to take a shot on a Babe Ruth for $150. So I put in a bid, it won out at $152, and I got my Babe Ruth. And then I was like, wait a second. I was going to get it ready and send it to PSA, and then I said, well, wait a second. Why don't I figure out if I can see if this thing's real or not before I waste the money sending it to PSA? So I go back and look at other items for sellers, and the thing was really cool. On the thing it said, look, I don't know if it's a reprint. I don't know what it is. I found it in a garage. I hope you enjoy it. But I went see other items see other items available from Seller, and there were like 14 iconic tobacco cards with the same thing. So I'm pretty sure I got took for a ride here. On the plus side, I mean, I got to be honest with you that just the idea of being able to hold a Babe Ruth, like an original one, I almost don't want to know that it's fake, even though I know that it is, because I can show people like, hey, I got a Babe Ruth. So in all seriousness, look, you guys heard, got a sense for how my first year went. It's a lot of learning, not so much profit, but it's been a lot of fun. I got a lot of cool cards. And how many other people have a Magic Johnson rookie? So until the next time, I hope you guys learned something. Good luck.